Did you know there was an ancient Roman politician who shut down the government by forbidding access to the treasury? What happened to him? So it's 133 BC and the Roman Republic is in crisis. On one side you have Tiberius Gracchus, a tribune of the plebs, a representative of the working class, who's trying to push through a massive new land reform bill known as the Lex Agraria. And on the other side you have the land-owning Senate. So during this time, Rome was conquering land left, right and centre, which you might think would bring wealth to, well, everyone, but in reality what really happened was because all the soldiers were also farmers and they were fighting wars all year round, their farms back at home fell into ruin. The rich meanwhile got most of the plunder and they used it to buy all the ruined land for cheap, and then this problem was compounded because they brought in thousands of slaves from the newly conquered lands to work these fields. This created a new class of the landless poor, people who had conquered the world but had no land of their own to call home. So upon the promise to redistribute this land back to the people of Rome, Tiberius was elected to become one of the tribunes of the plebs, a hugely powerful role which had the power to propose legislation and veto bills and other actions of other magistrates, and to the Senate to protect the interests of the plebeians. However, there is someone who could veto a tribune's bill, and that person would be another tribune. Breaking all customs and traditions, it is said that the land-owning Senate co-opted a rival tribune called Marcus Octavius to veto Tiberius's bill. Although this was unprecedented, never had a tribune ever been used in this way to vote against the interests of the people. It wasn't technically illegal. Tiberius responded with further escalation. He put his seal upon the doors of the Temple of Saturn, which was the Roman treasury. No money could go in or out. Never had anything like this happen before. This was particularly concerning because the Roman economy at this time was pretty much being entirely funded by state subsidies, particularly the building of infrastructure. Government affairs, according to Plutarch, were brought to a standstill. So how did this situation resolve? Well, political polarization between the two sides would continue to spiral out of control, leading to the first political assassination in the Roman Republic's history. Tiberius Gracchus was killed during a riot instigated by his senatorial enemies. The butchery of your political opponents would soon become normalized, and less than a century after Tiberius's attempt of land reform, the Roman Republic would fall. A representative form of government would not return to the people of Rome for another 2,000 years.